Hey guys, it's Marvin Ambrosius here. Welcome to another special episode of 5 Minutes with Marv. I'm here with Ebony Rainford Smith, one of the most amazing people. I was actually lucky enough to be a guest on her podcast show 2 years ago, actually 3 years ago. That's how quick time's going. And she's here with us today. So we have got 5 minutes talking about all things fitness. So Ebony, please tell me, what does fitness mean to you?
Yeah, really good question. Fitness means so many different things at different times. I used to be an athlete, and it was functional, right? To perform at the best, you just had to win. Then when I stopped being an athlete, I fell off the train or the wagon, as happens, and the weight comes, and then it became a just trying to reduce and get back into shape. And then I think now it's more about health and it's about lifestyle and longevity. So I would say now I'm thinking I want to live a good quality of life as long as possible. And I want to be able to move when I'm 80, 90, if I get that far. So now it's more about the long game of looking after my body and my health.
Nice. And because you're coming from a performance-based background, have you taken some of those qualities into your actual training as a layman, normal person, pedestrian? Because you obviously trained like an athlete before. Now, when you train now, do you still train like an athlete, but with the mentality of helping your well-being, or do you still keep it performance-based?
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think what I realized when I stopped being an athlete is that actually it was so much easier because you always had a PT or a strength and conditioning coach, and like they did the hard thinking for me. So I just had to turn up and it happened. As long as I was physically there, they'd get you fit. Um, so when I then now I wouldn't say I have that sort of laser focused performance thinking, but I do notice that when there's a goal or there's a competition going, so like for example, over lockdown, we're doing loads of cycling competitions with my friends. All of a sudden, you click into it's still dormant. I wouldn't say it's my day-to-day motivator, but I am better when there's a fitness goal to work towards, because then my kind of athlete mind can click into, right, this is what I'm trying to do. And I think that's part of the skill of staying fit. I think this is what, I use things like Peloton and all, apps and all that sort of stuff. It does help having something to work towards or something to keep an eye on your scores.
Yeah, and great answer. And with regards to that, so are you a cardio or weights person?
Do you know what? I prefer cardio, I prefer spin bike because you can just sit and chill. The thing is, though, the results only come when I'm doing weights. So,
Ah,
yeah, I find like when I'm doing weights, the body cuts up quicker, everything sucks in better, the definition comes. So what usually happens is I try and do cardio to just stay in shape, and then there'll be a point where I think, right, I want a little bit of this, I want a little bit of that, and then you got to incorporate the weight. So a mixture is kind of the best balance for me.
okay, so basically doing both for you is the way to go. But for weights, it is like proven for you that that's how your body composition changes.
Yeah, massive. Like if I'm doing, and it doesn't even have to be heavy, but I see results very quick as soon as the weight starts. So that's where it's at when the summer body planning is coming.
It's nearly here, so we got to start. And
Yeah.
in regards to when you were a professional athlete, like what would you say was the main part of exercise that you enjoyed rather than actually just practicing your skill set?
Yeah, I think look, I didn't actually like fitness that much when I was an athlete. I loved cricket, so cricket was my sport, and I loved, the actual playing of the game. So it took me a long time to really get my head around what I like around fitness. And actually, I think I still, if I'm brutally honest, I wouldn't say I like it that much.
Yeah.
But there's a understanding that it's something you incorporate. It's a bit like I don't like cleaning my house, but if the house doesn't get cleaned, your house is a state, right? So
Exactly.
you just got to kind of incorporate it. But what I do like is the results. I'll tell you the best bit about fitness is like the shower afterwards. That's the bit I look forward to. The shower afterwards is like you feel good. That's when the endorphins kick in.
Definitely. I love that analogy as well. I'm gonna have to use that when it's like cleaning your house. You don't always do it, but when it's done, it's great. Like that. Love that. And in regards to social media and the changes that we've been through over the years, do you feel that social media has played any part at all in how you come across, how you look after your body, and how you push yourself or how you change yourself for your platform for other people?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think it has. I think one, the sort of, you always look at people on social, and I think you can't help but compare. And so if you click on and some of your people you've seen them doing some fitness, it reminds you to get on your own fitness. I think the other one is vanity. So we both work in the media world, and I can see when your body's a little bit out of shape and not actually, because I think it's exaggerated on the camera a little bit more.
Definitely.
So I would say, if I did a post on mine and then I could just see, something's creeping in, I'll crank up my training, because I think, all right, just keep it in a balance. I'm not obsessive, but I do think it makes you more conscious of image, a little bit maybe vain, but also I think overall it helps for me anyway, because I think it keeps me on it a little bit more.
Okay, so it is a subtle motivator, as I like
Yeah,
to say.
massively. Just that little
Subtle. It's not
bubble.
Up there, but it's there. It's there.
Yeah, it's in the background.
Okay, and last but not least, before you go, what I need to know is, when you do work out, what is your first go-to song that you listen to?
Oh yeah, my playlist is it's Biggie, Hypnotize. It's basically a lot of rap. It's a lot of hip hop and rap, and it's like old school, the Tupacs, the Biggies. But that one is just
that gets you going,
mate. Yeah. And then there's a lot of songs with a lot of swear words. Yeah.
I got in trouble in many classes I used to teach, because people would say there's too much. I'd say, we're all grown adults in this class. It actually changed my whole format of teaching classes. I'd say, is everybody here over 18? Everyone go, yes. I said, do we all mind listening to a bit of hip hop or any music with any swearing? It's not personal. It's just music. Just once, but I was playing a DMX song, and
DMX is raw. Like, DMX is at you, isn't it?
It got a bit raw. Even I looked up at the speaker, like, did that just happen? Even though I was wording the whole song, so I completely get where you're coming from. But that's awesome. And no, thank you so much for joining me on the 5 Minutes with Marv podcast. I really appreciate it. And just let us know, where can we find you on your socials so people can follow you?
Yeah, check out my Instagram. I've got a long name, but if you just put in Ebony Rainford Brent, you'll find me. It's my whole name, but yeah, I'm active. I'm on socials. I'm on my stories every day. Check me out.
Definitely. And thank you so much for coming again, and we'll see you very soon.
Are you sure about that 5 minutes?